82 cents of every dollar goes towards rent. When you cannot afford your rent, eviction is only a matter of time. But there is hope, because Richmond already has a proven tool to improve affordable housing, the Housing Trust Fund. This resource provides gap funding to developers so we can build affordable and mixed-income housing. Some of you were here in 2011 when on this very stage, RISC leaders first asked city council members to activate the trust fund. We pressed for 4 years for this resource that 700 other cities in this country already have. Since 2015, when funding began, the city has invested about $1 million per year in the trust fund. These are some of the results. More than $110 million in private and public funds have been drawn to the city to create affordable housing. And the data point you heard earlier, 3,915 families, seniors, and formerly homeless people have been assisted with housing over the past 4 years. It's pretty impressive, huh? 4%. But the trust fund is still underfunded and needs at least $3 million per year to be effective. Yes, an eviction in our community is a crisis, and we have 2 solutions. Less eviction,
more housing.
We are glad to report this year our city officials have proposed $2.9 million for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, as well as $485,000 to begin the eviction diversion program. RISC members have been meeting with City Council to ask them to support these proven solutions. 30 RISC members went to the public budget meeting to speak up, and the City Council has responded. Currently, 5 council members support the Housing Trust Fund, and 6 support the eviction diversion program. However, it's going to take all of us to get this across the finish line. In this budget season, we must call on the mayor and city council members to continue supporting these 2 low-cost but proven programs. Tonight, we are here to ask our city officials to fund proven solutions to eviction. Remember what's at stake. 40,000 people in Richmond are affected by eviction each year, and we have the resources to stop this crisis. Less eviction.
More housing.
Evening.
Good evening.
My name is Steve Salzberg. I'm the Justice Team Leader at the First Unitarian Universalist Church and this year co-president of RISC. We're glad that Councilman Hilbert is able to join us this evening. He's the Vice President of the City Council, and he's here to make commitments to fund proven eviction solutions we've just heard about. Councilman Hilbert, will you kindly join me? We have 4 brief questions for you. We sent you these questions on Wednesday, April 24th, and our eviction teams met with you recently to review the questions in advance. For the RISC Assembly, the questions are found on page 6 of your program. We are looking for yes or no answers to each question. Lillian Carter will hold the microphone for your response, and after these 4 questions, you'll have up to 3 minutes to address the Assembly. So, question number 1. Do you agree that the eviction and lack of affordable housing is a serious problem in the city of Richmond?
Yes.
Question 2. Do you agree that Affordable Housing Trust Fund and Eviction Diversion Program are significant and effective tools to address these problems?
Yes.
Question 3. Will you maintain the $2.9 million allocation for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund in the 2020 budget?
Yes.
Lastly, will you maintain the $400 $485,000 allocation for the eviction diversion program in the 2020 budget.
Yes.
Thank you, Councilman Gilbert. And now I have up to 3 minutes to address the assembly.
Thank you all can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you all for doing God's work. This is very important to address the least of us, least of these, as far as their ability to go day to day and to make it day to day. This issue is very real. I mentored a young man quite a number of years ago, and he ended up going to 3 different high schools in our city because he kept getting evicted. His mother was unable to maintain employment, or she had gaps in the employment, such do they ended up going out into the street. They were able to find another place to live, but it was less and less quality every time they were evicted. They had landlords that let raw sewage back up in their bathtub. This is very real, and that's the problem with being evicted, is that yes, it's more difficult to get housing, but there's somewhere down the hole there, down the food chain of housing, that people do find something, but it's completely substandard and unacceptable in our city, in our nation, in our world.
The President and Vice President of the City Council are together in making this commitment. Will you speak for President Council Newbill?
Yes, I will. The President of Council, Dr. Newbill, she is committed to these ideas as well. I sat next to her at each city council meeting. We kind of rotated places. I was the president, she was the vice president. Now she's the president and I'm the vice president. So I have a very good working relationship with her. She represents the area where we all sit and stand, the East End, and she is very well aware of these issues. Was instrumental in getting together the new market at 25th Street to provide affordable, decent food for people in food deserts where you're going to convenience stores and other outlets to get your food. And I spoke with Dr. Newbill earlier today, and she said that she gives an affirmative, strong affirmative action to all response to all of these questions. The 4 questions, and she's in Salt Lake City, but she told me to convey that her strong support for all of these 4 questions. Thank you all for all the work that you do, and God bless you.
As we're gathered here tonight, as Mr. Hilbert has referenced, several of our council members, along with Mayor Stoney, are in Salt Lake City. So 3 of the council members that support this effort are in Salt Lake City, along with the mayor. We're disappointed that they are not here to state personally their commitment was to support the eviction solutions we talked about today. However, this will not stop us from holding them accountable. We talked about 5 city council members being in favor of those 2 efforts. We've heard from Mr. Hilbert from 2, he and President of the Council, Newbill. And we have 3 more that have answered affirmatively to all 4 questions. While they could not be here tonight, they sent letters to convey their commitment to fund the Affordable Housing Trust Fund and Eviction Diversion Program. We'll now share and read stories about those. So, okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Orlando. A letter from 6th District Councilwoman Ellen Robinson. In the 6th District, the eviction rate is 15%. The benefits of RISC to the greater Richmond community and to the city particularly is greatly appreciated. Over the years, I have grown to value RISC support for affordable housing and public education. The city of Richmond has serious fair housing problems, evidenced by the highest level of evictions and the desperate needs for quality affordable housing. The Affordable Housing Trust Fund and eviction diversion programs are essential to Richmond needs an additional 20,000 units of affordable housing. Yes, I support the $2.9 million in the budget for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund and ask it to be increased to $5 million as a goal for the city. The eviction diversion program is a done deal. Both Home Incorporated and Legal Aid are long-term partners of the city to address fair housing and discrimination in housing. Thanks.
A letter from 9th District Councilman Michael Jones. In the 9th District, the eviction rate is 17.3%. Thank you for your advocacy towards lowering eviction rates in Richmond. It is a serious problem that must be aggressively addressed. That is why I supported Mayor Stoney's eviction diversion program and the Affordable Housing Trust Fund throughout the fiscal year 2020 budget process. I will continue to work towards increasing access to affordable housing in the city.
A letter from 1st District Councilman Andreas Addison. In the 1st District, the eviction rate is 3.5%. I want to thank you for your advocacy for justice in our city. It is because of your advocacy that we can move our communities forward towards justice. The impending affordable housing crisis in Richmond should set off alarms for our city's decision makers. Thousands are forced to live in substandard housing or face eviction without knowing their rights or protections. While some progress has been made, the city of Richmond still needs to confront this impending crisis head-on. That is why I worked with my colleagues in the City Council to ensure that we maintain full funding of $485,000 for the Mayor's Eviction Diversion Program, as well as $2.9 million for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund in our fiscal year 2020 budget. I look forward to working with the City Council, the Mayor, and advocacy communities to continue these efforts to create a more inclusive Richmond.
Thank you. Those were kind of the highlights from much longer letters that we got from the council members, and we told them that we would put the entirety of their letters they sent on the website. And you have this piece of paper attached to your program, and there's a URL website on it. And there'll be more conversation about how you can help contact our city council members and mayors to affirm our support for these programs. But that link will also provide you access to the full text of their letters. The Chair Mary let me try. to share Mayor Stoney's support for the eviction diversion program in the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, Senior Policy Advisor Osita Oregbu is joining us tonight. Ms. Oregbu? We're glad to have you here. We will ask you to limit your comment to 3 minutes. In this assembly, we ask each of us to show respect by remaining quiet and saving our applause. Pardon? That's usually not my problem. Okay, we're asking you to show your respect by remaining quiet until the end and saving your applause for the end. Following the remarks, we will outline our next steps.
Good evening, RISC members.
Good evening.
I am Osita Iroebu, Senior Policy Advisor for Community Engagement in the Office of Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney. The Mayor extends his sincere gratitude for the invitation to today's Nehemiah Action Assembly, as well as his regrets as he's out of town on city business today, and I am honored to be here in his stead. As you know from the information that was provided earlier, Richmond has the second highest eviction rate in the country. And as the mayors and others have said, this is absolutely unacceptable. We know that once a person is evicted and without a place to call home, a downward spiral of instability and trauma ensues for the individual, the child, the family, and the community. It is imperative that we name the crisis of evictions as a child welfare issue and as a human rights issue. Very few problems affect more people in more areas of their lives than evictions. Evictions compromise so many other aspects of a person's life, including access to transportation, employment,